One that would respect Inuit traditions, values, and culture.
I'm overwhelmed with pride. Today, the people of Nunavut formally joined Canada.
A year later, the pride remains, yet many people are critical of their government, unhappy because their expectations of change, of their lives improving, haven't been met.
For example, jobs. Nunavut has an unemployment rate of more than 30%, among the highest in Canada. But there are hundreds of government positions which haven't been filled. The reason? Not enough qualified Inuit, who by law must make up 85% of the bureaucracy. This longtime northern journalist says most people are no better off today than they were before Nunavut.
And if anything, their lives are getting worse economically. There are just as many abused elders and abused women. There are just as many people committing suicide, and so on.
The Premier says, be patient. Things will change, it just takes time.
These conditions exist anywhere in the world, and if there was a magic solution found somewhere in the world, I'm sure we would take advantage of that.
But tonight, many people aren't thinking of the problems. Instead, they're celebrating the first anniversary of their own government. Raj Alawaya, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Now, here's our magazine.
To William Amagwalik, a feeling he didn't have a few years ago. Order! He was abusing drugs and alcohol. Overwhelmed by life's problems, he tried to kill himself.
I had nowhere to go, nowhere to turn to, so I thought suicide would be an easier way out of instead of just suffering through all this pain.
The pain of suicide has touched almost every Inuit family. In the past year, more than 20 people have taken their own lives in Nunavut. Dozens more have attempted it, similar numbers to past years. The reasons? Loss of culture, pride, and hope for the future. Even the most prominent are affected. The Premier's brother committed suicide, and he too once thought about doing it. A story he shares with young people every chance he gets. A change from the past when leaders refuse to talk about it.
A part of my life I went through, I hope nobody ever goes through, but it's useful at times to share it.
His government's latest budget proposes to spend millions of dollars to deal with the problem.
We will increase resources for suicide prevention and intervention training, as well as bereavement support for individuals and communities.
Government officials will likely look here for some solutions. This community used to be like any other when it comes to suicides.
2, 3, yeah!
But last fall, the people celebrated 1 year without a suicide. The reason for the turnaround? People like Eric Nutarariak. He was fed up with coming here to bury his friends, so he began a program that helps young people. We teach them about Inuit culture and give them some self-esteem, he says. We also help them find a job. People here believe having their own government will make a difference, bringing them closer to their culture and giving them greater control over their lives. But people like William Amagwalik know it'll take time. Raj Alawaya, CBC News, Iqaluit.
And that's tonight's program. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll join me.
As Royal Bank Magic on Ice on CBC brings you part 2 of Grand Slam Super Teams of Skating, Saturday at noon.
Still looking for that pirate treasure?
A boy's easy charm takes him and his pony on many an adventure.
No one will tell me anything.
What do you want to know? In a place where family, duty, and hope triumph.
I found our dream farm. I could deliver them with my pony.
Looks like it's worth a fortune, Willie.
Spectacular East Coast scenery combined with heartwarming stories.
The news is out. I'm in business.
What are you doing here?
There's trouble. I'm a part of it.
To bring you Pit Pony. Tuesday night at 7:30 on CBC.
In the Bible, there's a prophecy.
They are said to be scattered around the globe, only to return at Armageddon.
We have no evidence whatsoever that anything survived the Assyrian melting pot.
The ancient mystery of the lost tribes of Israel.
Where did they go? Where did they go?
From Emmy Award-winning filmmaker Sinha Jakobovich, Quest for the Lost Tribes, Tuesday night at 8 on CBC. Wayne Rosdad hits the road and brings his personal touch to each story.
Share with us the stories of the land.
On the Up Again with Wayne Ross.
Forget your father's birthday, did you, children?